In this video, I'll be sharing everything you need to know on how to start a business here in Singapore, such as which business entity you should go for, how to register your business, which is the best bank account you should use, how do you pay salary to yourself and your employees, and many more. But before I start, do join my 10,000 members Telegram chat group to ask any questions that you may have. First up, registering your business. If you are planning to run a business using your own name, like if you are a home-based private tutor, taxi driver or food delivery person, you won't have to register for a business entity. But if you want to use a business name like Ka Cheng Cai Fan, you will have to set up a business entity. There are altogether 5 business types in Singapore. I won't go through each one of them as they are pretty self-explanatory. But here's how I would choose. If you are sure that your company will earn more than $200,000 a year, it's best to go for the company structure, aka private limited, in order to save on taxes. That's because the company is a separate legal entity by itself, so it will be taxed at a flat 17% corporate tax rate. Meanwhile, the rest of the entities will be taxed at the personal income tax rate, which, as you may know, will progressively increase the more you earn. So as long as you can earn more than $200,000, just go with the company structure. That way, you'll get to limit your tax rate to a maximum of 17%. Otherwise, if you are earning less than 200k and if you are doing all this by yourself, you can just go with the sole proprietorship. Or if there's more than one owner, you can either go for the partnership, limited partnership, or limited liability partnership, depending on what you need. And just in case you're wondering, it's super troublesome to change entity type later on, as you will need to first deregister the company, register a new company, transfer the company assets, and reapply your licenses. So try to make sure you choose the correct business entity right at the start, yeah? Now, once you have decided on the business entity, you will need to prepare 2 more things: a business name and a business address. For the business name, whatever name you choose, just make sure that the name hasn't been taken yet, because ACRA will reject your name if it's taken. So just head over to ACRA to check whether the name is available or not. Likewise, also don't use vulgar names like Cuckoo Bird Chai Fan, because ACRA will also reject. Whichever name you choose, here's a pro tip: try to choose a short name as much as possible, because you might also need to register for a domain name later on. And the shorter the name, the easier it is for others to remember and type in. Next, company address. Typically, company address will be the place where you'll be working. Like if you are renting an office space, your company address will be your office address. Or if you are planning to run a small scale business from home, like a small food business, small hairdresser, or private tuition, it's also possible to use your home address under the home office scheme. But here's something important: whatever address that you use will be made publicly available through ACRA. So if you are using your home address, suddenly every Tom, Dick and Harry will know where you stay. So if you don't want everyone to know where you stay, you can provide an alternate address or the contact address to ACRA. For this, you can use something called a virtual office, where they will give you a business address and also help you forward physical mails to your home address. Some even come with a meeting room as well as call handling services. But if you only need a business address and mail forwarding services, you can go with the cheapest options, which is either We Office at $97 or only Virtual Office at $99. As we are nearing the US election date, there will be a lot of volatility going ahead. That's why it's important to use one of the lowest cost brokers in Singapore to trade. And for that, you can check out Webull. For the US market, during regular and extended hours, they are just charging a low fee of 0.025% with a minimum of 50 cents. And for overnight hours, they are charging 0.03% of the total trade amount with a minimum of 89 cents. For the SGS market, commission is 0.025% of the total trade amount with a minimum of 80 cents. And the platform fees is 0.025% of the total trade amount with a minimum of SGD 80 cents. New users will get to enjoy commission-free trades for US stock trading for 1 month and commission-free trades for Singapore stock trading for 3 years. Right now, both new and existing users will also get to enjoy US options free commissions if you trade a minimum of 100 options contracts this month. For new users who use my exclusive link to sign up to Webull, if you fund your account, trade, and fulfill the respective criteria, you'll be eligible to get up to $400 cash vouchers. and up to 7% per annum yield for the USD money pool for up to 90 days. When you fund a cap of 100,000 US dollars, potentially earning a yield of 1,750 US dollars. Or if you are an existing user who has not transferred any shares into Webull before, you can also take part in the transfer in promo, where you can get up to 1,500 US dollars trading vouchers when you fulfill the requirements. So if you are interested, do sign up to Webull using my link down below. And let's get back to the video. Alright, once you have chosen your business entity, business name, and business address, you are now finally ready to register your business. For sole proprietorships and all the partnerships, the setup fee for a 1-year registration would cost $115, but it's much cheaper to go for the 3-year registration, which costs $175. For these entities, it's pretty straightforward to register, so you can easily do all this by yourself. Oh yeah, just in case you are wondering which is the best card to make payment, you can use the Amex True Cashback card to earn up to 3% cashback. On the other hand, registering a company or a private limited requires a little more work to set up because you will need to specify your shareholdings and do up a constitution for the company. While you can certainly do all this by yourself, I definitely would recommend using an incorporation service to do it, since they'll do everything for you. Among them, Awesome is the cheapest at $504, followed by Slick at $520. While this may seem expensive, this fee includes the $315 company registration fee, as well as a corporate secretary, which you will need for filing annual general meetings. Besides that, for company entities, you are also required to file your company's annual returns.
But don't scared.
There are many companies that provide accounting services. Among them, Growth charges the lowest fee at $50 per month, though just take note that the fee increases according to the annual expenses. Alright, the next step is to set up a company bank account. While there are a ton of bank accounts out there that you can choose from, the cheapest account would be the Maybank FlexiBiz account. That's because there's no monthly maintenance fee, you get 30 free transfers a month, and are only required to maintain a $1,000 minimum monthly balance. But here's a tip. If your business is going to have overseas transactions, like maybe you want to receive payments in USD or you need to pay a virtual assistant in India, you can also get the Wise Business account. This account costs 54 SGD to open, but the good thing is that the currency conversion rate is very close to the rates that you will see on Google. Transaction fee is rather cheap, plus there's no fall below fee and no monthly fees. Also, given that company bank accounts give little to no interest, you may also want to consider investing your company's money in low-risk money market funds to earn some returns. For this, you can either use Wise Business or Endeavor's corporate accounts. Personally, I've been using both accounts to invest my SGD and USD funds for over a year now, and I've got to say, the returns have been pretty decent. Definitely much better than keeping my money in the corporate bank account and earn nothing. Though, of course, just make sure you're comfortable with the risk before you invest, since this is an investment and not a savings account, yeah. Now, let's talk about paying salary to yourself or your minion, employees. If your employee is a Singaporean or PR, you will also need to contribute to their CPF. You can do this manually via the CPF EasyPay website, or you can also do this automatically via the electronic standing instruction. If you are not sure how much you need to contribute, CPF has a contribution calculator to show you how much you and your employee needs to contribute to his CPF. Also, make sure to issue an itemized payslip whenever you pay them, yeah? For this, you can just use MOM's ready-made payslip templates. As for employers, there are a few ways you can pay yourself. As far as I know, you can either pay yourself a fixed monthly salary or pay yourself a director's fee at the end of the company's financial year, or declare company dividend to yourself at the end of the financial year. Both the salary and the director's fee are taxed at the personal income level, whereas company dividend is taxed at the company level. As to which you should go for, you need to speak to your accountant to find out which is the best option for you. But here's one thing to take note of. If you are a self-employed person, meaning if you are a sole proprietor or a partner in a partnership, and if you are a Singapore citizen or PR and your net trade income is more than $6,000, you must contribute to a MediSave, yeah? And in return, you receive some tax reliefs on your contribution. Last but not least, here are two additional tips that you may find useful. One, you can use your personal credit card to pay for business expenses. This lets you earn additional miles or cashbacks on any expenses that you are already going to pay. Though, just make sure that you keep all your receipts and invoices for 5 years, as IRAs may want you to prove your transactions. 2. Do check out available business grants to see which you can apply for. Some of the more notable ones are the Productivity Solutions Grant, which lets you spend on IT solutions and equipment to improve your productivity of your business. The Global Ready Talent Program, which helps you cover up to 70% of your intern's pay, or the SG United Mid-Career Pathways Program, which also helps to pay for 70% of the training allowance when you hire mid-career individuals aged 40 and are looking for a career switch. So that was a quick guide on how to set up company in Singapore. Hopefully you found this useful. Like, share and subscribe as I'll be posting new videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday.